He looked like somebody that was in a hospital months earlier. He looked like somebody that, as he described, who lost a lot of blood, lost a lot of weight, etc.
Everybody's happy that it's over. I think a lot of people are happy and would be happier if he never does this again. Even though you said he looked old. Yeah, he is old. He's 58. And there's a reason why you stepped away from the game 20 plus years ago.
The fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was really just two people trying to hit a payday by doing something ridiculous. Reportedly, Jake Paul earned $40 million for his performance. Mike Tyson walked away with $20 million. Just to put
the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul drew attention for its intensity and drama. Rumors of a leaked script suggesting the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was pre-planned.
If you thought you still had that in you, you would have kept fighting. You said you didn't have that in you anymore. It was bad. It was bad. And Stephen A., I want to echo everything that you said. This man owes a lot. He had a transfusion, almost lost his life, lost 25 pounds. Kudos. But bro, when you step into the ring, we got to set that aside. We got to judge you on your performance.
Caused a frenzy online. Alleged audio recordings appeared to back claims that the fight's dramatic moments, including Tyson's supposed fatigue leading to Paul's knockout, were staid high school graduate. In the United States is $1. $3 million, again, that's over the course of the person's entire life.
But he basically said, I told him, Mike, you're basically 60 years old. And he's like, you honestly think this fucking kid's gonna do anything to me? He's not good. He's not gonna fucking knock me out. He's not gonna do this. And you saw him, he tripped when he was walking down the thing. He had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on, and Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. He made a ton of money, and I know people are mad. You stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? And, you know, Mike, this is what Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson shows up, everybody makes money, you know? Jake Paul is, you know, I don't have to tell you guys, you guys know. Mike Tyson is the A+++ side of that thing. And he was right. Jake Paul couldn't do shit to him.
Jake Paul earned 30 times that in one night. People talk about winners and losers like Jake Paul won and Mike Tyson lost. Following his loss to Jake Paul, Mike Tyson took to Twitter stating, "This is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets."
Like it was a setup. But when Trick Daddy Dollars posted this on Instagram, it really just confirmed and solidified everything. So, Trick Daddy Dollars posted this on Instagram, and I'm going to read it to social media. So, it says the rules for the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight are designed to favor Jake Paul. These include favorable to Jake Paul. The contract will incentivize Mike Tyson to lose and give Jake Paul an opportunity to choose himself as a winner. The first stipulation in the contract will punish Tyson for knocking out Jake because he is paid on a sliding scale per round. If Tyson knocks Jake out in the first round, he would receive no money. If he knocks him out in the second round, he would only make a small amount of cash. For Tyson to make the most money, he needs to survive all 8 rounds, which means avoiding knocking Jake Paul out. If the fight goes to a split decision, it favors Jake Paul because the judges have to be approved by Jake Paul. I'm gonna let y'all read that. I knew it was a setup. Because you know what? Mike Tyson had a lot of open air opportunity to smash Jake Paul. And he didn't do it. And I'm just like, hit him, Mike. Like, if you heard me screaming in my house, I'm like, hit him. You know what I'm saying? He just would not.
To get in the ring one last time, I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions, lost half of my blood and 25 blood in hospital, and had to fight to get healthy. To fight, so I won.
If the fight goes to a split decision, it favors Jake Paul because the judges have to be approved by Jake Paul. I'm gonna let y'all read that. I knew it was a setup. Because you know what? Mike Tyson had a lot of open air opportunity to smash Jake Paul. And he didn't do it. And I'm just like, hit him, Mike. Like, if you heard me screaming in my house, I'm like, hit him. You know what I'm saying? He just would not.
This heartfelt message emphasized his gratitude and resilience while addressing significant health challenges. Leading up to the match, UFC President Dana White shared his perspective, stating that Tyson's appearance guarantees profitability.
Perspective. If Mike Tyson threw that fight for $20 million, he sold his soul. Selling your soul is going against your I am. Selling your soul is going against your moral compass for financial gain or materialism, which is why you get this empty, soulless look in Mike's face, because it's regretful what he did. He told this young lady that legacy is nothing and that he doesn't care about legacy, which is an indication that he sold his soul. We know Netflix sat him down. Hey, we just gotta make this look good. Hey, Mike, this is the new day and age. Think about the bag, think about the money. Let's not talk about the buffering fight that we had with Netflix last night, with all due respect. But I think Mike realized that signing a contract to do this and to script this fight was a big mistake.
Suggesting Jake Paul's call-out was financially and strategically motivated, White claimed everyone makes money when Mike Tyson shows up, implying that the bout served as a business move rather than a pure athletic contest. A Twitter user named Liel James voiced skepticism, tweeting, "Most real boxers know Mike could have easily beat Jake in the first round."
Paul versus Mike Tyson was 100% scripted. Mike Tyson repeatedly bit his boxing glove throughout the fight. When fights are scripted, fighters do weird gestures to signal that they're hurt. It's very possible Mike Tyson was biting on his glove to tell Jake Paul to calm down. Now, if that's not enough proof that this fight was scripted, in the middle of the fight, Mike Tyson is literally talking to Jake Paul while they are clinching. And in the middle of the fight, the referee told Jake Paul to stop measuring. For those of you who don't know, in boxing terms, measuring means that you're setting up for a knockout by seeing how far your opponent is with jab. The referee literally told Jake Paul to stop measuring, and before the fight, we see Mike Tyson and Jake Paul whispering stuff to each other. Mike Tyson biting on his gloves, whispering secrets to Jake Paul in the middle of the fight, and the referee literally telling Jake Paul to stop measuring during the fight. That should be enough proof that this fight is scripted.
Before he gassed out, Jake's chin is soft and it doesn't move well. He'll never beat a real boxer. Definitely was a fixed fight nonetheless. This reflects widespread doubt among fans regarding the fight's legitimacy. Critics highlighted unusual rules that...
So it's a great event, but honestly, to me, it's just a show. It's like people paying their tickets and paying pay-per-view to watch Royal Rumble. That's just the way I see it. Look, Tyson's almost 60. If we go back to his last fights when he was still a professional fighter, his last couple of performances were not very good performances. And I don't even know how long ago that was. 10, 12 years maybe. I don't even know. His last couple of fights, we would have to go to BoxRec and
let me pull it up. Let's see exactly.
But it's been a while.
I want to say like the early 2000s.
Exactly. We're looking maybe 20 years ago.
Let's see here. I'll get the last few fights were in 2003, 4, and 5.
Okay, exactly. So we're pushing 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
And that's 20 years. He was
seemingly favored Jake Paul, Notably, a clause allegedly prevented Paul from accepting a knockout blow, and a clause that denied him a contractual stipulations rather than competitive spirit. As allegations of a leaked script circulated, Tyson faced backlash, with some accusing him of compromising his legacy.
So allegedly the fight was scripted, and there's this leaked script for the fight basically breaking down every single round and what actually happened. I don't know the validity of this or not, if this is true, but I think if it is, what makes me the most angry is I had a flashback moment to, if you watch the documentary leading up to the fight, the one about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, when they take Tyson back to his neighborhood, he's walking around and he's interacting with everyone, and how many people were coming up to him and like taking pictures and stuff, and they're like, I got my money on you, Mike. I'm betting all my money on you. I'm gonna make money off you, Mike. And Mike doesn't not say nothing. He's like, yeah, do that. Bet your money. Bet your money. And I'm just like, you're going back to your communities where people are having it hard as hell right now. We all know the financial situations going on in this world right now. And then to put that hope into people, especially if you did know that it was scripted, wouldn't you just stay neutral? Like, not only are you going back and just telling random people, like, hey, it's your money, you blow where you blow it, even though I already know what the outcome's gonna be, but going back to, like, oh, that is a... I hope this is not true.
Fans speculated that Tyson sold himself to Paul, tarnishing his storied career by participating in a fight perceived as staged in a pre-fight interview. Tyson downplayed the importance of legacy, saying, "Legacy is nothing." This statement led some to interpret that Tyson appreciated the challenge the film imposes on his psychological state.
Form, which actually happened. As soon as the bell went, Mike Tyson came out with that head movement, pushing forward. Immediately he stalks forward with his signature bob and weave style. Now let me just stop right there. Even before I sing this script, that's exactly what was going to happen. Like, what else would happen? Would Mike Tyson come out and start moving on his back foot and not bobbing and weaving his head like he always has done? Obviously, that's what he was going to do. Anyway, let's go on. Tyson leads with a few jabs. The jab is what you lead with, and yes, that's the punch that every fighter throws when the fight starts. So, okay, but let's go with it. Paul's youth shows with his superior mobility. Yes, he's going to be more mobile. Yes, he's younger and he can move his feet around. So again, from round one, nothing surprised me so far. Connects with a quick 1-2 combination. Timing appears slightly off. His punches a fraction slower than in his prime. Of course they are. So round one was pretty accurate, right? Now, I'm not going to...
Others take to illustrating the power of less seriousness, further Stoken claims that the event was more entertainment than sport. Die-hard Tyson fans struggled to accept his loss to Paul. This sentiment highlighted fans' reluctance to believe Tyson could lose legitimately to a younger, less experienced opponent.
Moving to my analysis. The 31-year disparity in age in this fight was the largest age difference in the history of professional boxing. During Mike Tyson's prime, he could have easily destroyed Jake Paul, probably in the first round. But at 58 years old, Mike was not an effective fighter. This fight was like watching a cassette player trying to keep up with Spotify. Mike had been known for having plenty of power, fast hands, accurate punching, and impeccable timing for counterpunching. None of those characteristics were evident during this fight. One could argue Mike Tyson aged 3 years every round. When he started the fight, he was 58, was a time machine. Mike's output was pathetic. He could not seem to get into a rhythm. His offense was terrible, and his balance was insufficient. Jake Paul appeared to be trying hard in the first few rounds, but relaxed and did just enough to win each round after that. After the fight, he admitted that he decided not to inflict any unnecessary pain, and he eased up on Mike Tyson. He said, quote, "I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt," unquote. His behavior isn't surprising considering the ill-advised nature of this gross mismatch. If a concern for safety creates a situation where a boxer will not fight their hardest through all the rounds, it is not a real boxing match. Jake Paul has a reputation for not being a real boxer. He often selects opponents who are...
Observers reported peculiar exchanges during the match, such as Tyson allegedly whispering instructions to Paul, and referees appearing to signal Paul to avoid certain moves. These moments fueled suspicions of scripting and staged choreography.